GERRIT Cole, the ace pitcher whose presence on the mound has defined the Yankees' recent seasons, has reportedly sent shockwaves through the clubhouse with comments that are already sparking intense speculation among fans and analysts alike. According to sources close to the team, Cole has issued what insiders are calling an ultimatum that could dramatically alter the Yankees' offseason plans. If Juan Soto were to return to the team, Cole has suggested that he might leave. This statement, whether fully serious or partially strategic, highlights a tension that could have significant implications for roster construction and the team's championship aspirations. Many speculate that Cole's concerns stem from a combination of financial, positional, and clubhouse dynamics, as Soto's return would likely demand a monumental contract, possibly affecting salary flexibility for other key players. Beyond the numbers, there are whispers about personal dynamics, locker room chemistry, and the way leadership structures could shift with Soto back in pinstripes. Fans have reacted with a mixture of shock, excitement, and anxiety, debating on social media and sports forums whether Cole's remarks represent genuine intent or a negotiating tactic to influence the Yankees' decision-making. Some analysts suggest that even if Soto returns, Cole might not actually depart, but is using public pressure to shape the conversation around his value and influence. This rumored ultimatum has naturally triggered a cascade of discussions about team priorities, with questions about whether the Yankees are willing to risk potentially alienating their ace pitcher to bring back a superstar outfielder. Historically, GERRIT Cole has been vocal about his commitment to winning and maintaining a certain standard within the team environment, and his statements, even his rumors, underscore how critical he sees his role and the surrounding context. On the other hand, Juan Soto, one of the most dynamic and marketable players in Major League Baseball, carries undeniable talent and star power that could significantly boost both on-field performance and franchise visibility. The tension between individual influence and team ambition is a classic scenario in professional sports, and fans are eager to see how the Yankees' front office will navigate this precarious balance. Analysts are already speculating that negotiations, if they occur, will be complex, involving not only salary considerations, but also assurances about lineup construction, playing time, and team culture. The narrative here extends beyond the diamond. It touches on leadership, player agency, and the sometimes delicate interplay between personal preference and organizational strategy. Sports media outlets are buzzing with opinions, highlighting the drama that could define the Yankees' offseason narrative and possibly reshape the team's trajectory for years to come. The mere suggestion of Cole's potential exit, juxtaposed with Soto's potential return, has created a storyline that fans are following with the intensity usually reserved for playoff matchups. Insiders claim that conversations behind closed doors have been heated, with agents, executives, and team leadership engaging in careful strategic discussions about the implications of such a move. GERRIT Cole's reputation as a dominant presence on the mound comes with expectations about team environment, pitching depth, and overall morale, which may be factors motivating his strong stance. Meanwhile, Juan Soto's allure is undeniable, with the possibility of returning to the Yankees seen as a boost to offensive firepower and marquee appeal. Yet, the financial realities are daunting, with salary structures, luxury tax considerations, and long-term commitments all under scrutiny. Rumors suggest that Cole's statement may also serve as leverage in upcoming negotiations, signaling that the team must account for his desires and influence if they intend to pursue Soto aggressively. Social media has erupted with fan theories, debates, and predictions, some defending Cole's position as essential to the Yankees' core, while others argue that Soto's potential return outweighs any individual concerns. The juxtaposition of a superstar pitcher and an elite outfielder, both commanding significant attention and influence, creates a perfect storm of speculation, drama, and media frenzy. Pundits are pointing out that this situation may test the Yankees' ability to balance competing priorities while maintaining a cohesive roster capable of contending at the highest level. Every comment, insider report, and cryptic message now carries weight, as fans and analysts alike attempt to decipher intent and predict possible outcomes for one of the league's most high-profile teams. Adding complexity to this unfolding story is the timing of off-season strategies, with rival teams also positioning themselves for key acquisitions, potentially pressuring the Yankees to act decisively. Cole's rumored ultimatum, whether fully formalized or more of a strategic signal, adds another layer of urgency to decisions regarding payroll allocation, trade considerations, and long-term planning. Juan Soto's potential return, meanwhile, is not merely a roster move, but a statement about the team's ambition, star power, and commitment to contending at an elite level. Sports analysts are dissecting every angle, from clubhouse dynamics and mentorship relationships to statistical projections, exploring how such a move might impact team chemistry, pitching rotations, and lineup balance. Fans are particularly fascinated by the human element, speculating about conversations in the locker room, personal preferences, and the psychological impact of having both Cole and Soto under the same roof. This situation exemplifies the intricate interplay between star players, organizational strategy, and fan expectations, creating a narrative rich in drama, speculation, and potential consequences. The rumor itself has taken on a life of its own, inspiring countless debates, videos, and commentary pieces, all attempting to predict whether this is a true turning point or merely posturing for strategic advantage. The story is a reminder that professional sports are as much about personalities, influence, and negotiation as they are about skill, statistics, and performance on the field. Meanwhile, insiders indicate that the Yankees management is caught between multiple pressures, balancing the need to maintain pitching dominance, maximize offensive firepower, and manage long-term financial commitments. GERRIT Cole's potential dissatisfaction, if substantiated, could trigger ripple effects across the roster, including morale, pitching staff depth, and trade market dynamics. Simultaneously, the allure of bringing back a star like Soto could energize the fan base, boost merchandise sales, and strengthen the team's identity in the competitive landscape. This delicate balancing act highlights how one statement, or even a rumor, can escalate into strategic deliberation, public discourse, and media frenzy. Analysts are already drawing parallels to past instances in professional sports where player ultimatums reshape team decisions, highlighting the high stakes involved. The complexity of player relationships, financial realities, and performance expectations converges in a scenario that could redefine the Yankees' approach to roster management. As this story develops, every reported nuance, insider hint, and media report becomes part of the narrative, feeding speculation about possible trades, contract negotiations, and locker room dynamics. Fans are left on edge, debating which superstar holds more leverage, whose influence will ultimately guide decisions, and how the delicate equilibrium of talent, personality, and ambition will unfold in one of the most high-profile sports franchises in the world. The unfolding drama also raises questions about leadership and influence, as Cole's reported ultimatum reflects both confidence in his value and an awareness of the dynamics within the team structure. Soto's potential return, with all of its accompanying fanfare and statistical promise, underscores the challenges organizations face when balancing marquee talent with core contributors. Observers note that managing superstar personalities is an art form, requiring negotiation, diplomacy, and strategic vision, all while staying competitive in a high-stakes league environment. The media frenzy surrounding this rumor has only amplified interest, with social platforms, talk shows, and commentary outlets dissecting every nuance of Cole's statement, Soto's potential signing, and the implication for the Yankees season outlook. There is speculation that this situation could influence not just immediate roster decisions, but longer-term planning, including future free agent acquisitions, draft strategy, and player development priorities. The intertwining of speculation, rumor, and strategic positioning has created a narrative that captivates fans and analysts alike, with the potential to define off-season discourse. For the Yankees, navigating this tension between Cole's prominence and Soto's potential return represents a critical test of management acumen, balancing ego, performance, and the ultimate goal of contending for championships. The stakes are high, the personalities larger than life, and the outcome uncertain, creating a story that is as thrilling off the field as it is on. Gerrit Cole's rumored ultimatum has ignited a firestorm of discussion that transcends typical off-season chatter, capturing the imagination of fans, pundits, and casual observers alike. Sources suggest that his comments were driven by a combination of competitive instinct, financial awareness, and personal considerations regarding team environment. The potential return of Juan Soto, one of baseball's most electrifying talents, represents both a dream scenario for fans and a logistical challenge for management. Bringing Soto back could involve astronomical salary commitments, strategic repositioning of the lineup, and recalibration of expectations for other players on the roster. Analysts are exploring the ripple effects of such a move, questioning how the dynamics of the clubhouse would shift and whether Cole's reported dissatisfaction could manifest in a genuine departure. Fan communities have become hotbeds for debate, weighing the impact of retaining a dominant ace against the allure of reinvigorating the roster with Soto's return. Rumors continue to swirl, with insiders suggesting that negotiations may involve not just money, but assurances regarding team culture, role prominence, and influence within the franchise hierarchy. Every report, every leak, and every comment from players or executives is magnified in this high-profile saga, illustrating how professional sports operate at the intersection of talent, personality, and strategic maneuvering. The story has captivated audiences because it combines the tension of potential departures with the excitement of a marquee acquisition, a narrative cocktail that fuels endless speculation and debate. The speculation surrounding Cole's ultimatum has naturally led to broader discussions about team strategy, with questions about the Yankees' willingness to prioritize one superstar over another. Historical precedent in sports shows that player ultimatums can be powerful tools for negotiation, often shaping front office decisions in unexpected ways. Cole's influence, reputation, and performance make him a pivotal figure, and the idea of losing him could have ramifications extending beyond the pitching rotation. Meanwhile, Soto's appeal as a dynamic, marketable, and statistically elite outfielder adds weight to the argument that his return could elevate the franchise both on and off the field. The tension between retaining a core superstar and reintegrating another elite talent creates a narrative rich in drama, negotiation, and strategic intrigue. Analysts are predicting that the Yankees' decision-making process will involve intense internal deliberation, with careful consideration of financial implications, player dynamics, and long-term goals. Fans are engaging in fervent debates online, dissecting every nuance and expressing divided opinions on which move would ultimately serve the team best. Media outlets are framing this as a high-stakes narrative, where the balance between individual player influence and organizational ambition is on full display, adding layers of suspense and anticipation for what could be a defining off-season chapter. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Insiders hint that the conversations surrounding this rumored ultimatum are far from simple, with executives weighing multiple scenarios that could preserve team stability while satisfying player demands. Cole's potential departure, if genuine, would necessitate contingency planning for pitching depth, rotation restructuring, and strategic acquisition of complementary talent. Soto's possible return, conversely, promises immediate offensive enhancement, marketing opportunities, and fan excitement, but comes with its own challenges of integration, contract implications, and roster balancing. Sports analysts emphasize the intricate calculus involved, noting that such high-profile decisions are rarely purely about on-field performance. They often reflect negotiation leverage, personality dynamics, and projected trajectories of both individual players and the franchise as a whole. Fans are enthralled by the drama, consuming news updates, debates, and insider commentary with the fervor typically reserved for playoff series. The story exemplifies the high-stakes intersection of talent management, personality influence, and strategic foresight in professional sports, highlighting how a single statement or rumored ultimatum can reverberate across an entire organization. Each rumor fuels more speculation, feeding narratives that oscillate between plausible outcomes, fan wishful thinking, and media amplification, keeping the saga alive and continuously evolving in real time. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.